Hi guys, I'm Mike Heineman. I'm a senior at the Naval Academy at Firsty. I'm a history major at the Academy, and I graduated from Valley View High School in 2015. Go Blazers! So why did I come to the Academy? I had two really big reasons. One, we're really lucky with what we have in Northeast Arkansas, and I felt like if I have the ability to serve and give back, then I definitely should. Number two, my dad's a civilian pilot, and I grew up flying. Watched way too much Top Gun, and couldn't imagine anything better than being Tom Cruise and flying a fighter jet.
My name is Alison Kiernan. I am a firstie, so a senior at the Naval Academy. My major is operations research, so deals with mathematics, computer stuff. A lot of fun, one of the best things that I've had at the Academy. I graduated from Star City High School, class of 110, so pretty much anybody can get in here if they want to, if they work hard enough. And so why I came to the Naval Academy, my family, long line of West Pointers. So I looked at the Naval Academy, enjoyed all of the experiences, all the opportunities that you can get from the Naval Academy, and I fell in love and went from there.
My name is Sean Jernigan. I'm a second class at the Academy. That's why I have two anchors. I'm a class of 2020, and I'm a history major with a minor in Russian. I'm from Paragould, Arkansas, just south of and between Paragould and Jonesboro, and I graduated from Crowley's Ridge Academy in 2016. I chose to come to the Naval Academy because I wanted to be a Marine and I wanted to be an officer, and this was the best path to go to do that. But on a bigger scale, I knew that I needed to give back because I'd been given so much, and the Naval Academy, and specifically the Department of the Navy, Marine Corps, was the best route for me to do that.
Growing up in high school, I breezed through all my classes pretty easy, not to brag. But what I wish I'd done is taken all the AP classes that I could. AP Physics, AP Chemistry, AP Calculus. They'll all give you a leg up in your freshman and sophomore courses here at the Academy. They're pretty much like college courses themselves. So that's the best academic advice I can give you. Physically, work out as much as you can. Play football, basketball, some sort of varsity sport. Teaches you teamwork, and it really gets you in good shape.
So academically, I'll say that my first year was a little bit rough here, and because of that, or the cause of that is because high school kind of breezed through it and wasn't really prepared whenever I came here that I'd actually have to work, do homework, study all the time. So one of the biggest things that I was taught that I finally started picking it up on academics was that you always prepare more than you think you have to whenever you get here. So I also went, before I came to the Academy, I participated in summer seminar and also Canada Visit Weekend. Both of those were really great inductions into what the Naval Academy was like, especially if you've never had any military background, any military experience. It's nice to like come in here for a day or a week and see how the Academy's run and see how the military's, get a glimpse into the military. And I also in high school participated in 3 different sports at one time. That helped me because I was able to multitask, and whenever I really started realizing how much I needed to put into academics, I was able to devote a lot of time because I knew how to multitask.
Your typical day at the Naval Academy as a plebe will start at around 0500. You'll get up and get ready to go on a morning workout with your company mates, your fellow plebes, in one of the 30 companies that you're assigned here at the Academy. You'll go work out until about 6:30 in the morning, when you'll come back, shower, shave, be all ready to go for the day, and make your make your room inspection ready, get your uniform on, and go out into the P-way, the hallway, and be prepared to be rated or questioned by your upperclassmen on certain professional knowledge topics, such as the weekly topic like aviation, surface warfare, Marine Corps, and to make sure that you know your menus. Each plebe has to know 5 items per menu and 3 meals in advance. And you have to say these. That's why it's called chow calls. You do chow calls in the morning before your formation, and you say these for 20 minutes, really quick, all together in unison, and you tell them about the day, basically just a wake-up call for your upperclassmen. Then formation comes around at 0700. You go eat mandatory breakfast with your company and your squad. From there, you roll on to your first classes. You have 4 periods of classes in the morning, and the afternoon's just 2. And in between there, you have more chow calls, more time to be questioned by your upper class, and then lunch. Now lunch is in King Hall. All your meals are in King Hall. This is a fantastic place that the Academy provides for midshipmen to eat. We provide 3 meals a day, 7 days a week for all 4,400 midshipmen. And they get us in there, in and out for about 20 minutes. So that's pretty fantastic. The food isn't necessarily the best, but you get to enjoy it, and it's provided for you, so you get to appreciate that. After noon meal, after you eat with your squad and talk about professional topics there, you go up to your company area. From there, your training staff will give you a noon meal training, which could be anything from a leadership development speaker, or a combat speaker, any officer, or any midshipman who has had some summer training experience or experience elsewhere that will help you grow as a person. That's the whole purpose of the Academy. From there, you will go to your 5th and 6th period classes, and then you have sports period, where you go work out on your own, do intramurals, any ECA club, sports, or varsity athletics. And so I've done intramural football, intramural flag football, intramural dodgeball, and there's club sports like pistol, rifle, and then varsity sports like basketball or football. From there, you go from 6 to 8, or from 5:30 to 7, you have supper in King Hall, and then from 7 to 8, you have ECA time to go work with your specific club. From 8 to 10, you have mandatory study period. This is a time where you do all your homework. You don't necessarily have enough time to get it all done, but this is part of your time management skills at the Academy. From 8 to 10, you work on that, and that's not enough time, so you've got a lot other time during the day to do your homework too. And then for plebes, it's mandatory go to sleep at 11, and then you repeat it again the next day, starting at 5.
It definitely makes you mature in a really big hurry. Before I came to the Academy, I had trouble taking criticism. In high school, I was kind of always playing football, doing really good academically, so I never had issues. At the Academy, you're designed at some point to fail, and that's okay. You just have to be able to take the criticism and run with it and do better in the future. And the Academy's definitely made me a lot better at doing that.
Being a female at the Academy, I can only assume is not much different than being a male at the Academy. As you can see, I'm on the cheer team at the Academy, and one of the funniest things that we get is just people not realizing that there are female at the Academy. We always get the question of, what college do you guys go to? You surely can't be midshipmen. Do they bring you guys in to cheer for the football team on Saturday? We always get a laugh out of that. A lot of opportunities have actually recently opened up for females. We're now able to go special warfare if we meet the qualifications. We open up slots on a submarine for females to go to. I know 17 people from my class, females from my class, are actually going on submarines, and it's very exciting for them because I think even whenever I started at the Academy, that wasn't available, and so we're definitely moving forward. My class is 25% female, and it may still seem low, but I always enjoy, my male classmates are my brothers. They're, I get along with them even better than I might even get along with females at some times. So I really enjoy the atmosphere that has been created for us. The summer trainings at the Naval Academy really help to immerse you into the different communities that you can do after you graduate. They're a great experience. So different things that you do after your plebe year, you go on what's called a youngster cruise, and here you follow around enlisted personnel. It really helps to immerse you into what they do during the day, and helps you to appreciate whenever you graduate what your sailors and Marines are doing. After your youngster year, you go on your second class summer, and here, as was explained, you go on approachment, which spend a week with surface warfare, submarines, aviation, and Marines. That year really helps to immerse you. Like if you don't know anything that you want to do, you're really able to narrow down on what you want to do after you graduate, because you see everything. And then after your second class year, you go on your first cruise. And here, you're able to pick what you want, depending on what you want to do after you graduate. So you can choose to go on a surface warfare cruise. You can choose to go on a aviation cruise or powered flight. You can choose to do leatherneck, or get immersed with the Marines, or you can choose to go on a SEAL cruise if you get selected for it. Basically, like your options are limitless, and that helps you to show your worth to the service that you want to be in, and help your selection process.
For summer trainings this past summer, I got to go with all of my classmates to either the East Coast or the West Coast for what we call Protrament. It's called Professional Training for Midshipmen. And it's 4 weeks of training that kind of gives you a sample of what it's like in each of these communities. The 4 major communities that you get to experience are the Marine Corps, surface warfare, submarines, and aviation. I started off with the submarines, and we got to go on the USS Louisiana, a nuclear submarine, and spend some time on there learning all about it and spending time underway. It was a really eye-opening experience, and it's fantastic to learn more about the people who serve in the silent service there. Next, we went over to Marine Corps Base Camp Pendleton, also out there in California, just north of San Diego. And we got to blow a lot of stuff up, rappel off towers, fly around in helicopters, and just had a great time. We got to shoot each other's sim rounds and learn how to clear rooms with recon Marines. After that, we went over to the surface warfare community, where we got to spend a couple days on the USS Boxer out in the Pacific Ocean, and learned about all the capabilities that it has with transporting Marines and sailors to destinations across the globe, whether it's humanitarian or military. And after that, we went over to Coronado, over to North Island, and got to fly in T-34 training aircraft, which is like an old propeller aircraft. It was really an eye-opening experience on all fronts that I was really looking forward to when I came here as a midshipman, and it really didn't let me down. It was something I was glad to be able to experience, and it helped me further my decision-making skills in regard to service assignment. If all goes as planned, I will commission as a Marine ground officer in 2020. The service assignment hasn't come up, but in order to do that, I must go to Leatherneck this summer, the Naval Academy's Marine Selection Program. And after that, we'll see if I get selected to go Marine Corps. I'd like to do any sort of MOS that they have, whether it's infantry, artillery, tanks, or some kind of intelligence. And we'll just see what Lord has in store for me there. And that's my plan, is to go Marine Corps ground and take it from there, whether it's 5 years or more.
So I hope to be a pilot after I graduate. Actually, we find out in 2 days, so by the time you see this video, I'll know whether or not I got selected into the aviation community. Very excited, very nervous about that. I kind of wanted to be a pilot whenever I got in here. Didn't really have a huge background with pilots, but it seemed like the most, exciting option. A lot of pro-mid and just hearing about it from different graduates so far has definitely solidified my decision. From there, I'm kind of up in the air on how long I want to stay in. If I love it, I guess I'll stay in longer, and if not, I'll get out and hopefully, if I am a pilot, hopefully go into a commercial airline, or if not, do something along with my major.
It's a really good question, actually. In about 36 hours from the time I make this video, I find out what I actually have been chosen to serve in. Hopefully for me, that's aviation, naval aviation. I'd like to fly FA-18 Super Hornets or the F-35 Joint Strike Fighter. So we'll find out shortly. And assuming that I do get it, I would like to be a commercial pilot, fly for FedEx since it's just over in Memphis, a short drive away, and see the world from the air.